Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel where we try to seek the good. I hope all of you have had a nice day today. For those of you that are a bit new with us, let me just give you a quick overview of what we are about. Basically, this is a community-based channel where we talk about the good things that happen in our day, both the big things and the little things, and we share it with each other to show that good things happen all around us. So if you had something good that happened in your day, please feel free to share it down in the comments below. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's fine. I hope you can take something positive away from these videos to make your day just a little bit better. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started with today's video. Alright, so I got 3 things to talk about today, including the compliments section down at the bottom. The first good thing is, you know those days that you have at work? Those days that are just really long, but not really hard, the kind that is just really taxing on the mind, but not really the body. And the kind that once you get home, you kind of just lay on the couch and pass out for an hour and a half and don't really realize it. That's been kind of my day, and after that nap, I feel a whole lot better. So that's where I'm putting my good thing today. All right. In addition to that, let's see. We didn't really go on our walk today, and that's fine because I wasn't the only one that had a day like this. My wife and Domino also seem to have a day like this. Domino surprisingly didn't want to go on a walk, so we just kind of stayed in and just hung out together, and that was fine. So another good thing there. Then finally carrying over from that, we were going to cook burritos today. We actually have a little menu meal plan right there that's been showing what we plan to cook each day. And we even had some meat laying out, but due to some unexpected energy problems and other issues I'll talk about later, we ended up having Taco Bell, and Taco Bell is pretty good, so that gets a spot on today's good things. And then finally we had the compliments section, which if you aren't familiar with, basically the people that I work with throughout the day, I try to give a compliment to try to make their day a little bit better. Doesn't matter if it's patients or coworkers. If someone's put some thought into their outfit, I go ahead and try to recognize that thought, and it just to hope that it makes someone's day better. So the person that I recognized today had on an amber necklace, and she was super sweet. I'll get to it in just a moment. And with all that being said, there's our quick bullet points, and now we can get started into the real video. All right. So as I was saying before, today wasn't necessarily a hard day. All I did was scribe, and it wasn't anything too taxing. There wasn't people that were like too complicated or anything like that. It was just long and drawn out. All the work I had planned to get done today, I didn't get to because, again, nothing bad was happening, nothing hard, but things just were drawn out and it consumed all my time, and I wasn't able to get to it. So kind of disappointed with all that, but kind of had a big toll on me because when I got home, I just like laid on the couch, closed my eyes for a couple seconds, and woke up an hour and a half later, and that nap felt so good. I feel a lot better. And I wasn't the only one that did that actually, because Domino did it too, and so did my wife. And yeah, it was just a nap kind of day, I guess, and we enjoyed the naps. So here's to naps. So yeah, that was my main good thing today, just having a really good nap. To carry on from that, the next good thing was we didn't go on a walk, which may not sound like a good thing because we've been trying to like keep that habit up, and we managed to do it for a week straight, according to last video, and then immediately break it today. But when you saw how tired my wife was and even how tired Domino was, we just couldn't do a nap. We tried to set up a time for it, and I'd even gotten home a bit earlier today, so we were thinking that we'd be able to get it done a bit earlier and then get started on dinner earlier, and then that all would be good to go and everything would fall into place. And it didn't really work out like that because we're sitting there about approaching the time to go, and Domino was literally falling asleep on top of us. And we tried mentioning walk to him, he doesn't even stir, and he's been learning what that word means, so we could tell that he was tired. So we decided to kind of do a little bit of a nap, and see how we felt later. And hour and a half passed by and we missed our walk window. So no walk today, just got some good napping time among family. So once again, here's to naps. And then carrying on from that, we had Taco Bell for dinner. And like I said, time constraints, energy constraints, we couldn't really work on dinner. There was also the problem of we've set out this meat several times last week in anticipation of cooking, and we just didn't have a good thing going when it came to cooking last week. So we were looking at the meat, getting ready to prep it, and it had a funky smell. So I think that meat has been set out a bit one too many times. So Taco Bell was, which was kind of in keeping with our plain meal today, because we planned on making beef burritos, and so we got beef burritos from Taco Bell. And a lot of people talk about how Taco Bell can just be like real gross for the body and all that. And for my wife and I that are trying to get a bit healthier, it's definitely not the best option. But when your body wants Taco Bell, it wants Taco Bell, and Taco Bell was so good. So we enjoyed some Taco Bell today, and yeah, it was real good. I don't have anything else to say about that. I just enjoyed some Taco Bell with my wife. So there's that. Now, getting away from stuff that happened at the end of the day because we were all so tired, one good thing that actually happened in the clinic was I'm sitting there screening in the morning, looking or giving out compliments to people I'm speaking with. And one thing I noticed pretty early on is that I'm seeing a lot of people that I've seen before. Because the way our clinic is structured, we have a clinic portion, we also have a laboratory portion that's owned by a different company, and we have a testing portion that we own. So we will order tests, and people will come back to the clinic to get those tests done. So it's very common for me to screen a person and then see them a few days later because they're there for testing. And I had that going on today. They were just also people that I had personally worked with as a medical assistant and medical scribe earlier in the week. So they definitely recognized me. I definitely recognized them. I could almost recall their names, but I need a little bit more communication and contact with them from there before I can do that. And I'm having a lot of good repertoire with them. It's a little bit funny whenever that happens. And there's this one woman that this applied to that had on an amber necklace. And it kind of stood out with the rest of the outfit. The rest of the outfit was fine, but this is what poked out at me. And she was real sweet. I was real sweet with her, and she turned out to be our first patient in my doctor's clinic today. So it was just kind of a funny little coincidence. I showed that I remembered her because she had a very unique last name. And we kind of just joked around with that. So she was a very good interaction. So were the others, but I figured I'd give her the shout out because of how great things had lined up for us. So yeah, that does it for all my good things today. Not a whole lot to really tell, just kind of tired if you can't really tell from how I look. Yeah, that's the kind of day that I had. So if you guys had something good that happened in your day, please feel free to share it in the comments down below. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's okay. I hope you were able to take something positive away from this video today. Also, if you liked the video or like any of the content on the channel, please consider liking and subscribing at some point in the future so you can keep up with future good things happening. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope all of you continue to have a nice day, and this has been Seeking the Good. Goodbye.